Alright guys, how you doing? It's Tom. I got a lot of questions from friends and stuff about swamp buggy racing and how the buggies work and all that stuff. These mysterious machines. So I figured I'm organizing the garage, getting all my grandma's crap out of here and getting some more room. And I have all these buggy parts laying out and around. Might as well do a video explaining a little bit. I'm not an expert or anything, but you got a basic understanding of how everything works. Anyways, we'll start with the rear end. This is the rear axle, the drive axle of a racing swamp buggy. This one is old, but this is the basic setup out there. It's an old Massey Ferguson tractor, planetary, instead of like a homemade one. But anyways, it starts in the middle. Some of you may recognize this. This is just a standard Ford 9-inch out of an old pickup truck with a third member. The only difference is this has a 660 gear in it instead of like a 375 or 411. That means every time this pinion spins 6 times, the axle shaft will spin once. And that goes all the way out to here. Usually you just have a little tube. You don't have any of this extra metal crap, but it comes all the way out here to a custom Massey Ferguson tractor planetary. This came off a like grader tractor kind of thing, and this is like an 8-to-1 ratio. So every time this spins 8 times, this will spin once. And it does that. It's got a big sun gear in here with a carrier set with 3 little gears, and the shaft goes into the carrier set, and when it rotates around it reduces it. You're probably wondering, well, why do you need that reduction? That's stupid. Well, water has resistance. Go belly flop off a bridge. It's not going to feel like water. It's going to feel like concrete. That's resistance. And this helps push it through. The low gearing and the high torque will help it push through the water. So that's pretty much how that works. And that drives the wheels. I got a lot of questions about the wheels, so I'll do some of this. This is your standard swamp buggy wheel. It's a rice and cane. It's 62 inches tall. We make these with big aluminum C-channel that we put a machine that rolls it in a circle and you weld it. Usually you do it in 2 pieces. And we pinch the tires down. These are Firestone checks. These are the better of the tires. There's also Goodyear R1s and stuff. But what these things are like 18 to 20 inches wide when you get them. Then you pinch them down on this wheel with a piece of all thread. You know, you pinch it down with a bolt, then you bolt a couple, put the all thread back in another hole, pinch it down, bolt a couple, keep going all the way around until it's done. You put this cover on here with some goop so it doesn't leak water in there. There's also some big aluminum spokes in here with a big center hub that we drilled the bolt pattern in. And that's pretty much the rear wheel. The front wheel, oh well, this tire has nothing in it. This is hollow. There's enough tension on this tire to support the weight of the buggy and everything because it's so thick. The front tires are a completely different story. These little dinky things, these are called hay rakes. There's a implement for farms called a hay rake that literally just rakes hay. And these are tires off it. They're normally about 6 inches wide, but you fold them down and bolt it like that. But they don't have enough power in the wheel to hold the buggy up, so you have to fill it with this. This is a high pressure hydraulic hose out of a yacht. This is like a 2 1/4 inch hose that we put inside this tire and then bolt it through. Here's what the inside structure of the wheel looks like. It's a little different than the rears, but the same basic concept. But yeah, those are the wheels. That's how you make them and all this stuff. And then you go to this. This is an actual buggy. I bought this. This is old, off some guys. It raced back in early 2000s. Used to be piss yellow with purple wheels, and it had some problems. The back was broken in half and cut, so I have to rebuild the back of it. But basically, these things are just made like this. It's inch by inch by 1/8 inch wall, mild steel square tube. It's average stuff. We make a triangulated frame because triangles are the strongest shape in the geometric scale or whatever. And they're usually about, from the roll cage back, usually about 176 inches, and they're like 20 something feet altogether. But yeah, you just throw some sheet metal over here, rivet it in, that makes your body. You goop all the joints so nothing leaks. Paint it with like Rust-Oleum from Walmart, nothing special. I got a custom gas pedal, you know, the seat. Now this is how you steer them. It's a Capolino helm, hydraulic helm off a boat, and there's a ram on the front axle connected to the wheelwood. Usually there's an engine right here. And then connected to the engine will be a 2-speed Shorty Power Glide, which has like a 10-inch drive shaft to the rear end. That comes in right here. Now this is the pinion. This is just a regular third member, and that's the pinion. You're probably wondering, well, why the hell is there a brake rotor on the pinion? Well, that's what we use for brakes on our swamp buggies. I know it's not standard like at the end, but you really can't put a brake rotor on that. And this is actually really strong. I do a lot of hunting buggy stuff, and I've seen like buggies with brake rotors like this on the transfer case, which are thin metal, like this one piece here. It's like off a motorcycle, and I've seen them stop a 10,000-pound buggy on 62-inch tractor tires in its tracks. I'm talking like full lockup, throwing people off the front of the buggy. I mean, this is a very strong brake setup. And this spins really fast. It's a 1-to-1 drive off the engine. So if your motor is spinning 8,000 RPM, your transmission is spinning 8,000 RPM. And that means your brake rotor is spinning 8,000 RPM, which is like unheard of. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. But that's pretty much a basic layout of swamp buggy racing. Yeah, you know, I think you guys should come out and see it sometime if you haven't. Come watch the races. We do need support. We spend a lot of money on these things, and we don't make any money on it, pretty much. Sorry about the lens there. But there were a bunch of cool guys. It's a cool sport, good family event. And if you guys are gearheads like me and you want to see some of this crap up close and shit, let me know. You come over, drink some beer, fuck around with it. Yeah. And if you want to learn how to build them, then you come help me build the rest of this one. Because it needs some help, that's for sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And, sorry about the mess. I'm tearing my garage apart. But it's all stupid, simple crap. There's no real challenge to it at all. It's just pretty much figuring it out. Oh, this is what the rear end is connected to in the buggy. This is a 4-link kit, the rusty old one, but we do a 4-link and then 2 coil shocks out as far as we can get them, front and back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, any questions, let me know. Come over, drink some beer with me, and let's have some fun.